Awesome. So let's just stay on YouTube since that's where we're at. So
Sure.
now that you have built this big audience, you probably have a good idea of what type of videos work and don't work in the style that you
Yeah.
get performance out of. How much time do you and your team spend on, what content you're going to create and thinking through the year? Do you plan it out in a year in advance? Do you?
We're not
do you-
good like that. We're
No,
really not good like that. At any one time, we like to have a half a dozen videos
in the
in the
hopper.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who
Much
comes up with
further
the
than
content?
that, and the content. It's tough. I've done this for so many years now. Really started on TV in 2002.
Wow.
So it's 22 plus years, 22 and a half years I've been doing this. In some form, at least a couple times a week. I mean, I've cooked almost every freaking thing you can think of.
Right.
And so this is a combination of Max suggesting things. Max is 36. So he's like at the heart of our audience. Our audience of almost 4 million is roughly 80% male.
Okay.
And of that, most of them between 18 and 45.
Yeah.
So Max is a perfect viewer.
He's your demo. That's awesome.
Yeah. So he's got great ideas. And I'm older and I'm thought out, so I'm very happy to listen to him a lot of the time. I'll suggest stuff. Viewers suggest all the time. We keep a running list of things and just try and go. I don't want this to be a channel that you would go, oh, he always does Southwest cuisine.
Yeah.
One day it's Asian, the next day it's barbecue, the next day it's some Canadian restaurant breakfast that I had when I was up there and I want to recreate for people. It's that kind of thing. There is no rhyme or reason. If you ask what is the style of the channel, what kind of food and stuff, I go, the style is casual, stuff pretty much anybody can make. The technique is really minimal, nothing fancy, and the food is all over the place. And if
Yeah.
you don't like that, then, which was, when Greg first came and said, hey, I'm a fan, would you like to come on? I said, not really your guy. I mean, I do barbecue. I mean, now, after I don't know how many years I've been on Greg's show, once a month. We'll give him a little shout out. The
Yeah.
Barbecue Central show, yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Greg.
Yeah. So
How long?
I'm
So
on,
that's what I was going to ask. How long have you been doing that segment once a month on his show?
it's 8-9 years or something.
Holy cow! It just blows my mind that he's been doing a podcast.
He's been doing it forever.
Forever, yeah.
But so I said to him, dude, and even though now I do more barbecue, grilling, that kind of stuff, smoking, I said, why am I your guy? I might make, poutine one day and, pasta puttanesca the next. He goes, I just like the content. I like the style. I think it'll bring something different to the channel, to his podcast. And it does. And I'm happy to be there. And we've now become really good friends. And
That's
I've never
awesome.
met him. Yeah. Never met him.
To his credit, he pointed out to me when I talked to him last is that he's getting further and further away from like just the competition style barbecue
Right.
stuff because there's less of an audience there. I mean,
100%.
That part of the barbecue industry is dying a slow death as it is. I still have a place in my heart for it because
Of course you do.
it was a big deal for me in my
Yeah.
early career,
Yeah.
But I agree. It's just there's less people interested in it, and it doesn't apply to the masses. There's
No, it does not. When he would have he would do a deep dive into, I don't know, Bucky Cornhead's, barbecue career.
yeah,
I'm just lost. I'll turn
Yeah.
off.
right.
It really does nothing for me. Some of the competition stuff is interesting. I emceed a KCBS event
Okay.
a handful of years ago. And it was the first time I saw a pellet smoker. And it was a giant one. It was like a refrigerator sized smoker.
Okay.
Attached to, the thing. I didn't know what it was, and the guy explained it to me, and I thought it was amazing. I went on the stage, I gave out the awards. It was really fun. to a point, but I can't get too deep into it. And yeah, he recognizes that the competitions are going away, and it's a very distinct rabbit hole for a lot of people. You know?
Right. Yep. It's a small niche for sure.
It's a small niche, yeah. So now I do fit in the show, even though it's not, primarily barbecue. We'll talk about anything. Very often, it's not even food that we talk about.
Right.
But
I love
think
listening to your banter. It's so funny.
But I think it makes it interesting.
Yeah. Oh, it absolutely does. It does.
Listen, I've always said, television, internet is about one thing. It's about entertainment.
Yep.
And entertainment doesn't mean you're laughing and smiling all the time, but you're not going to watch somebody on the internet if they have a flat, boring, monotone, it's in black and white, it's nothing exciting. You could take the exact same words and give it to somebody else on a different channel and put it in color and give them graphics, and the guy talks with a voice that goes modulates and stuff. You're going to watch that one. You're not going to watch the boring one. So, yeah, I think I'm there as entertainment value for his audience.
How did you meet Sean Walchef from Cali BBQ?
Sean invited me to be to present at one of his. He and his ex-partner used to have a little barbecue event at the San Diego Fair.
Yep.
At our fair here, and he invited me to do like a cooking demo or something. Didn't know him before that. In fact, radio station people put us together. Can't remember if I got paid by him. I think I might have got paid. I used to be on a radio station once a week.
Okay.
When people listen to radio. They don't really listen to radio anymore.
Yeah.
I think if you're old, you do. I'm old, I don't. So I like to stay on the younger side of things. But probably the salespeople came and said, hey, we've been reached out to. This is starting to sound right in my mind now. The salespeople came and said, hey, we were reached out to by this group that's putting on this thing. They'd like to have you there. I think they'll pay you whatever a little bit to do some demo and then talk about it on the air and blah, 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 that kind of stuff. So I did it. And then we became friends from that.
Nice. Yeah, Sean has been definitely influence on me on the social media side and keeping going with our digital presence.
He's a good guy.
Great. Yeah, definitely.